Hey, it's the Love Guru Blair, and I know it's super dark in this video, but there's nothing I could do about it because it's really early in the morning and I'm up. But I had a good night's sleep last night, in case you were interested. Thank God for that. Hallelujah. My dreams are like super active, and I don't know, this year I have, well, not just this year. I haven't really been having like the greatest night's sleeps. It's kind of like hit or miss. Because I'm like off in other lands and other adventures, having like a million different dreams, doing a million different types of healing work in the middle of the night. And then I wake up and I always say, like, this is the year or the year and a half that gave me bags under my eyes. So I'm on a quest to have good night's sleep. So I don't have bags under my eyes anymore. I'm like, I don't want to do the healing work at night. I just want to sleep. So last night I was just sleeping. Well, I had dreams too. So I was busy, but whatever. Anyway, that's not even what I wanted to talk about. Let's just get focused, which, by the way, just a little PS. Remember how I was telling you in the last video that my number is like 5555555, how it follows me around? Well, of course I woke up and I'm going to warm up some warm water because I always have warm water in the morning. And guess what time it was on the clock? 555. Like, of course. So I just thought I'd share. But so yeah, I'm in my bathrobe, by the way, in case you care or was wondering, which I don't care. Oh, and I forgot to put indigos in the title. I need to put indigos in the title. I'm just putting indigos in all of my video titles now because I really want to call my tribe to me, which you guys are already around me. But I want to just put it everywhere because I'm calling in my tribe, because I'm calling in my people, and I'm calling in those who want to be around other indigos as well. And who want to learn from an indigo who's been where you've been, because we have the same issues. We have gone through the same issues, and I'm actually going to talk about one of those things today. So first off, I am making these videos in promotion of my new program called Alien 101, Grow Your Soul. And that can be found at loveguru.net/Alien 101. So that's if you feel called to this, if you want to check out the link, see if it's a connection to you, and if you're one of the people who wants to step forward. This program, well, actually, there's a couple things I want to say. So this program is a program for those of you that are indigos that, number one, know that you're an indigo. Number two, know that you're here for a special mission. Number three, have an idea of what you are supposed to do in that mission. But for some reason, you haven't been able to fully connect with that mission. You know, there's been starts and stops, and there's like this kind of frustration and super strong passion within you that really wants to do your divine mission. And for me, it was like a yelling at the universe. I was like, what the fuck? I'm working so hard to get out there and to do my mission, and why don't you just put me to work and whatever. So in whatever form that becomes to you. But basically, this program is for those of you who have been doing your work. And whatever form that might be, maybe that's in therapy for years, maybe that's reading spiritual books, maybe that's working with a healer, whatever that is, but this program is to take you to the next level. You know, like I said, it's Alien 101, but it is in no way an intro course. So in this program, I am going to be triggering you. That is one of my gifts, is that I impact people. I stir things within them that causes their soul to initiate to another level. I initiate people. It's one of my psychic gifts. So this is for you if you're like, hey, I want to be in this environment where I'm learning, where someone sees the best in me, and who is able to sort of push me a little bit in a loving way, because I'm a very loving person and supportive, but I am going to call out your bullshit. So this leads me perfectly. So that's who this program is perfect for. And those of you guys who are like, I really want to do my mission. Something is holding me back. I don't know what it is. I'm pissed at the universe. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. You know, we have our anger. There's nothing to be afraid of your anger. Indigos have anger. We have frustration. We're pissed at the world, or we're pissed at our family, or we're pissed at ourselves, or whatever. You know, you go out into the world and you get pissed, okay? That's like an indigo's life. And of course you learn to manage that. But, you know, there's some indigos, there's a good portion of you guys out there that suppress your anger. And, you know, because we're told that anger is not good for us. Or people get scared of our anger because that's where our power is at this point, until we learn how to use it in an indigo way, which is something that we might talk about in this program. So I'm just sharing that with you. And this relates, so again, you're invited to this program if this is sounding interesting to you. It's for those of you who want to be out there, that you've had starts and stops, that you've been doing your healing work. And when you do spiritual growth, that you maybe get triggered, something comes up for you, you go to process it, and you come back for more. You know, and this is one of the topics we're going to talk about here, about why so timid. That's something that I've noticed with indigos, a very timid energy, which is total bullshit, because we are powerful creatures. So for us to be constantly running around, being intimidated by other people with our tail between our legs, running off, it's ridiculous. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into it. But this relates to the program, because this is for those of you guys who, if something stirs within you, you process it and you come back. I want people who are going to be with me on this journey and really hear for yourself through this journey for the 7 weeks, so that we can shift and transform you and get you to the place, to that level where you are able to be at another level of confidence, another level of knowing your gifts, at a higher level of development of your gifts, and out there doing what you need to do. I feel like I am modeling this. I'm coming out with a stronger intensity doing my mission now. I've had starts and stops. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I've had starts and stops with my mission. There was stuff that came up with me that I would allow to stop me from my mission. So here I am providing this environment that I am helping you stay persistent in it, staying consistent in your mission, and clearing whatever those fears are. So that's the group that I want, is that's open to that type of support, rather than you're going to be scared and not want to be bothered and, you know, whatever, a kind of disappearing act. So you have to have a level of consciousness, a level of awareness, and that has to do with you already having a foundation of your spiritual growth and healing. So the other things that I wanted to talk about today, because I know we already covered stuff that I'm assuming is helpful to you, because everything that I share for a reason. All right. And I open my mouth and I'm just channeling information and sharing from my heart as far as like what needs to come out. Now, I woke up this morning, and the last thing that happened before I woke up was these beings were around me. And remember, we spoke about this yesterday. I shared this with you yesterday, that when I first started my journey with my star family, they were around me the first couple of days. And I was getting comfortable with their energy. There was just beings around my bed. So now what it is my fellow, I want to say star brothers, but I was calling Zeke's my star brother. But my soul family, which is indigos, you are my soul family. I'm your soul family. So that's another thing for those of you guys who have been saying, I want to welcome, and you know, things are maybe done with my regular family, or there's a separation happening between my old friends and my family, and I want to welcome in people who really get me, my soul family. Well, that's indigos. That was a huge realization for me because I was like, who is my soul family? I was just like, let me welcome in my soul family. I really want my soul family. And then it dawned on me the other day that indigos are my soul family in Earth, on Earth. So again, this is another thing that this program is offering you, this Alien 101. I'm going to just keep saying it, okay? You could do whatever you want with the information. You could be your timid self, or you could step forward and be like, hell yeah, I want that. We're going to talk about the timid thing. So I woke up and these beings were around me, which you may be one of them, my indigo soul family. And one of the guys stepped forward. He had his hands in his pockets, all shy, stepped forward, which this is more detail than I was getting the other days. Stepped forward, hands in his pockets, and he was like, what do I get? And that meant for being part of Alien 101. You know, and it's interesting that this is the way that I'm getting questions, because the other day I was thinking, hey, I want questions from you guys. If you want to know more about this program, if you don't understand certain things, I want that interaction. I so badly want the interaction with you guys, and I don't really get it that much, which has to do with this timid thing we're going to talk about. But so it's interesting that rather than me getting questions about Alien 101 from you personally, because I thought about, like traditional marketing, people have these like preview calls, and then people get on and they ask questions about the program. But me being an indigo, being a fucking badass, I never get on those calls. I don't want to be sold to. I don't want to meet them at the time that they say I should meet them. Because we're so rebellious as indigos. We don't want to be told what to do. And it's been an interesting way for me to go about this. And because I've been thinking, how would I want a program to be presented to me? And I'm still kind of figuring out the answers to this stuff, and to get over my stuff as far as like, I'm probably a bad person on someone's mailing list who's trying to market to me, because like I said, I don't respond to their emails. Well, all the time. Sometimes I'll say, oh, that was a good email, thanks, that was like inspiring or something like that. But the phone calls, whenever they're doing these like live phone calls where they promote to you, I never go on. I listen to the recording afterwards. I take whatever information, and that's it. We call it a day, I very rarely feel called to sign up for a program, although I do sign up for a program. I was just on a program, I don't know, how long ago was it? Several months ago. I went for a conference. Well, I purchased a program that was over $1,000, and then I went for a conference in another state. So, not afraid of spending money. Are you afraid of spending money? Anyway, what I want to talk about, it was just interesting to me, was that rather than me getting questions from you guys about this program under the videos or through my email, let's say, I'm getting the questions coming through your soul. That's what happened this morning. And that's why I was like, I know I need to make a video. So anyway, these beings were standing around me, my indigo soul family. This happened this morning. And there was like a younger energy, a male energy, his hands in his pockets, like wearing these jeans, maybe even baggy jeans, like maybe a hip hop dude or something. And he was like, what do I get? And I was like, okay, well, I'll make a video about that. I'll answer your question. So if this is your question, I'm answering it for you. And thank you for sending it through. And this is how we can communicate. Okay, guys? Like, This is the cool space that we're in. This is the power that we have as indigos. We can communicate like this to one another, to our indigo brothers and sisters. Isn't that cool? Like, we don't need to communicate like normal people do, because we're not normal people. We're super talented and gifted spiritual beings. And it's time that we stepped up and started acting like that, acting like the supernatural, showing the supernatural powers that we have. There's nothing to be afraid of that. So let me answer the question, what do I get? What do you get if you join Alien 101? Now, first off, understand that what do I get is a very 3D question, third dimensional question. That in order for us to make decisions, it's also a way that you're operating from your mind. It's not really connecting to your heart and to your soul to be like, yeah, this is what I want. I might not know why I want it, but this is what I want. And this is one of the things that you will get being an Alien 101, is that I will help guide you go from the old operating system, the way that humans operate, the way that people on Earth, 3D beings operate, making decisions from their head, and going to your heart, which is the way that 5D beings, people in the fifth dimension, people who are operating from their soul, and the way it's a realignment, because being an indigo, you have to make that transition. In order for you to do your divine mission, you have to learn to make that transition to go from your head to your heart. That's the way that your divine mission is going to open up to you. That's how you're going to be guided. So that is one of the things that you are going to get, is you're going to learn how to operate more from your heart, operate more from your soul, rather than the way that you have been programmed to operate is through your mind. Other things that you'll get. Well, let me ask you, what is it that you want? Okay, so you're asking this question because you're interested in the program. Otherwise, the question wouldn't even come to you. So what is it that you want? How can I support you? How can your fellow brother and sister indigos support you? What is it that you want? Do you want to increase your psychic gifts? Which I want to talk about that for a minute. What do you want? And maybe it's just a thing of, I want to do my divine mission. Maybe it's a thing too, I want to make more money. There's nothing wrong with that. When you're doing your divine mission, you're going to make more money. If you're not making a lot of money now, the reason is because you're not sharing your gifts. You're not doing your divine mission. So this is another thing that came to me strongly also. So the thing is if you're not sharing your gifts, the universe is so loving, God is so loving, that they're going to constrict things around you. The flow of whatever it is around you. It might be money, it might be other things. Chaotic relationships, unhappy in career, unhappy with family relationships, whatever. These things are happening to support you so you gain enough power and you step out there and you do what you're meant to do. So let's take the money thing, for example. If you were truly doing, yeah, I was right with that. If you were making loads of money, there would be no reason for you to go within to try to figure out what you're here to do, or to go within and to push yourself to get out there to do your divine mission. You'd be happy sitting in your cushy chair, living the life. So you're going to learn lessons like this, lessons that I share in my videos, but more detail. I'm able to share more because there's an even exchange as far as you're valuing my time. You're giving me an exchange of money for the gifts that I'm sharing with you. When I do these YouTube videos, not much of an exchange here, okay? Which goes to the timid thing also. Like I said, and I keep saying, I'm promoting my Alien 101 program, which can be found at loveguru.net/Alien 101. That's the reason why I'm doing these videos. I don't share the videos. I put the stop on a lot of the things that I was offering as far as these videos because there's not an exchange. There's just a taking on your end. And that's the way that it's set up in YouTube. You know, I do that on other people's channels as well. That's no longer acceptable for me. I see the shifts and the changes that I do for people, and that's what I'm inviting you into. I'm not giving that out for free through YouTube anymore. So what else do I get? Should I continue answering this? So since this is a small program, limited to 5 people, it's like a semi-private group. And when I work with people individually, they come to me with an agenda. Hey, what do you want to learn? What is the issue? And that's where we start. So that's where we would start in this group. What is the problem that you're having? What is the struggle that you're having? Is it that you were like me a year and a half ago? I was bored out of my mind. I had nothing to do. I wanted to be offering more gifts to the world, but the universe was doing its own thing, you know, preparing me, but I wasn't aware of it. I was learning certain lessons, but not aware 100% of what was going on. Is it still that you need some healing work around whatever? I mean, I don't really want to put out certain things into your mind. You know what you're struggling with. You know what you're not happy with in your life. And also for you to join this program, you have to be at the point that you say, hey, I'm unhappy with X, Y, and Z in my life. You need to own it. You need to say it. Sometimes people come to me and they say, and I go, okay, well, what do you want help with? What's the matter? Whatever. And they go, well, I just want to develop my spiritual gifts because I know that if I develop spiritually, that all my other problems will go away. Okay, fucking say it. What are you struggling with? I mean, granted, you might want to develop your spirituality, but there's real life problems that you have right now. These are the same people that when I look into their field, they have like major anger issues that they're suppressing. They have fears that they're dealing with. They're having internal struggles about things. There's a deep sadness there. There's family stuff going on. There's relationship stuff going on. So you have to be at the point that you're saying this to me. So again, there's a lot of indigos that, you know, learn spiritual principles. Well, there's 2 ways. One, you learn spiritual principles and you talk around in fluffiness, which I fucking can't stand. Be real. Be real. You are here to be real. Say what the problem is. Don't keep it airy fairyland. You're not relatable like that. And then there's the indigos that don't even, well, I wouldn't say that other indigos aren't conscious of things. I think that that would be regular people that aren't conscious of what might be going wrong. Indigos know what the problem is. Oh, I'm unhappy in my love relationship. Oh, I don't really like my job. Oh, I'm not making a lot of money. Oh, I have no idea why I'm here. I know I'm meant to do something, but I don't know what. So say it. Be real. Be honest. So that's what you come to the program. You know, you tell me what's going on. There'll be intake forms so that you'll be able to share with me. I'll be able to tap into your energy before the program starts. See how I can help you. I'll start getting downloads of how to assist you. I'm here to really totally support and assist you and guide you through these 7 weeks. I already have a feeling of how this is going to be as far as like the intensity. And I feel like, you know, when I work with people, and I only take on a limited amount of clients at any time because their energy surrounds me almost all the time. And I know that there's discussions about having boundaries and cutting that energy flow or whatever. And I do that, but still, that's my process. So I know over the 7 weeks that the 5 of you guys who join me, I am really going to be in service of you. I'm going to be dedicated to you. And I'm not so crazy about that word service. But that's really the right word for it, is that I am going to be thinking about you guys and meditating on you guys and getting downloads about you guys and being like, let's do this exercise this week. Let's do this teaching this week. And I'm dedicated to you shifting and changing. That's why I really want people who are going to be hungry for this and who are really ready and intense and focused and showing up. That's the thing. So what do you get? You're going to get what you want. Okay? You just have to be able to verbalize what it is that you want. You need to be able to tell me, what do you want? What do you want help with? Related to your divine mission. What is it that you want help with? What is going on for you? The second thing I want to talk about, and I know that these videos get long, but that's just the way it happens, because I get on here, information starts flowing, I start talking, and it just goes and goes and goes, and whatever. I'm here with you. That's the other thing too. For the program, each week we're going to meet for an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm going to be there until the energy closes, until it's a complete. Okay? So, this is priced in a way, this program, that, well, number one, I was guided to price it. The energy, the vibration of the program, of the shift, the change, the transformation that you're going to get into. This is a lifelong change. This is more empowerment in your whole life, and all areas of your life are going to shift. And it's also priced in a way that I'm able to really fully give you as much as I can give. That I don't feel like it's priced at a very low price, that I'm going to have to hold back and play whatever stupid games. No, it's priced in a way that I can fully show up. It's priced in a way that you can fully show up and you can fully accept and receive the transformation in your life. I change people's lives. That's what happens. Upgraded to a whole other level. So if change is exciting to you, okay, if it's more exciting, the whole idea of transformation and an upgrade and having more success in your life and more power, if that is more exciting to you, the adventure of it, then the little fears that dangle around, then you're the type of person that I want to invite into this program. loveguru.net/alien101. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the timid thing. And I've noticed this about indigos. And this is obviously something that I have carried in my energy field as well, but I never knew this about myself, that I was timid. I don't know if other people were picking it up about me. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm sure that they were. I see some interactions, how I go into like my old mode, and I see there's like a timidness there. And I just want to bring light to it, because in promoting this program and sharing this program with the world, I have noticed this fear come up with me about indigos being timid and being afraid to do promotion videos, because I know how I have reacted, or how I am kind of like a badass, how I told you I don't get on the calls with people. I mean, not like I was interested in the program anyway to begin with. I'm just interested in the information that they have, but I wasn't interested in moving forward as far as like Well, I wasn't interested in a group program. I was interested in working with that person one-on-one. So that was it was a higher leap for me. One second here. For me, I'm the type of person that I see the power in groups. Like I feel the energy of what's going to happen with this group, and I'm excited for it. And I've been in group programs before, but I'm the type of person that usually if someone offers me a group program, I'm like, well, how much is it to work with you alone? And then like I go do that. I want to work with somebody alone. Because I'm like into that intensity, and I like the personal attention like all the time, because I do like somebody sort of like really supporting me and like really riding me as far as like lovingly pushing me to be the best that I can be, getting to that next level. So usually that's my deal. I'm always like, let's do a personal, let's work with me personally. So I'm always like hiring people one-on-one. But anyway, the timid thing, I noticed that with indigos, and that has come up for me as far as a fear in sharing this program with you, because I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it. It's a fantastic program. I know it's going to totally shift and change people's lives, whoever joins, the indigos that join me on this adventure. And I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to work with you, and I'm excited to meet you, and I want to get out there and share the word about it. But this knowing about indigos, that there are some of you, we'll just put it as some, not all, but it is an indigo trait, this timidness, this sort of fear of life, fear of people. Somebody will say something to you that'll rub you a little funny, and you'll run away. There's judgment there. You'll run away. You'll turn your back on them. And I don't know what that's about. Well, I know some of it, what it's about. It has to do with you being judged all your life. So that's something that you brought into your world. And it's interesting because I never was conscious about marketing to indigos before. Now I am. So I think about you guys and your stuff and, indigos issues, because we all have the similar issues. But I've never felt that around anybody else before, the timid. So why am I bringing it up? I'm sharing it for my benefit, because I just want to say, I see your timidness. I see how, number one, you as an indigo, you are super intense. Why do you pretend to be shy? Why do you pretend to be timid? You're not. Stop with the shy act and the weak act. Understand that that is an old way of being. And understand that that's no longer acceptable way for me to act either. So even though the fear of being intense and maybe in your face at times with these videos or in general, how I'm not going to hold back with that anymore. So for example, one of the concerns that I had was like, oh, don't share the website link, for Alien 101. Don't say it too much. That might turn them off if you say it too much, because indigos, they're really sensitive to things like that. They don't want to be promoted to. They don't want to be manipulated. They don't want to be pushed. Okay. Well, so what? So what? I'm going to push you. I'm going to put it in your face. I'm going to help you shift and transform. So I'm going to be saying the program a lot. Whenever I make videos, I'm going to be saying the program a lot. I'm going to be saying the link a lot. I am here to promote my work. I am here to do my divine mission. It is no longer okay for me to be timid, to hold back because I'm afraid of how some of you might run away, or how some of you might be turned off, or some of you might feel pressure that I'm trying to pressure you into the program. I'm not trying to pressure you into the program. If you are timid, if you are shy, if you're like, oh my God, she's talking about the program again, if you have that type of attitude, this program is not right for you. I don't want you in the program. You're not an indigo that is ready to step up then. You know, this is something that I'm modeling for you when it is your time to pop off and do your thing in this world. You're going to have to share your gifts in the world. You're going to have to be okay with taking up space. You're going to have to be okay with sharing who you are and what you're here to do. This is one of my missions, to help guide, heal, and lead other indigos, to help them get ready and get through their divine mission, whatever issues might come up, whatever they need to do to prepare. That's what I'm here for. So I am showing you the other end of it, the other side of it. Because I used to have that timidness. Like I said, I didn't realize it at the time. I would be squeamish about things. I would be judgmental about things and turn off about stuff. Oh, they're trying to manipulate me, or I don't want to hear it all the time. It's so salesy, or whatever the story is. I'm not being salesy. I'm being on my mission. You're going to have to do this too. And sometimes it might be awkward. These early videos of mine might be awkward. That video from yesterday was weird. Part of me wants to take it down. I'm leaving it up because I am here to do my mission. I am here to gather my indigos. I was going to say the only way that I can do that is by making the videos. That is not true. That's false. But one of the ways that I am gathering you guys, one of the ways that I am connecting and speaking with my indigo brothers and sisters, you, my soul family, is by making these videos. And I want you to join me. It's loveguru.net, Alien 101. If this program speaks to you, if what I've been talking about in these videos speaks to you, then I welcome you to consider joining me. I am committed to doing my mission. I always have been committed to doing my mission. I have realized over the last several weeks, it's actually been longer than that. I've realized actually all along on how I wasn't consistent, fully showing up, and really staying with it. It caused a lot of pain. It caused a lot of confusion by me stepping down. It's much more, I feel much more at ease by making these videos and by saying, hey, Alien 101 a million times to you. Do you think that if I say it 50 times in a video, you'll say, okay, I want to come. I want to join the program? I'm just kidding. I am releasing any of the pushy energy that I may have had along the years, because this is not about forcing people to join me on this program. It's not about manipulating anybody. It's not about trying to convince somebody of the value of this program. It's either in resonance with you, it's something that you want to do, or not. And I want the right people. I want the right people connected to me, because you know what? In the past, when I would have clients, and there's still going to be boundaries, as far as like our relationship, but I know that my connection with the indigos that step forward from now on, that do these private programs with me, I know there's going to be a deeper relationship between us. There's not going to be so much of like a client-student or a teacher-student or whatever type of relationship with the boundaries that that's normally talked about because you're my soul family. So that makes me really excited too. You know, if you have gone through most of your life feeling alone, doing your own thing in your own road, in your own lane, you know, in your own zone. You know, you might interact with other people or have relationships with other people, but you know, who really gets you? Well, I fucking really get you. And so will your other star brothers and star sisters, your indigos, brothers and sisters. They'll get you. That's what I'm excited about. And I've experienced that recently. And it feels good. It feels really good. And you want more of that. So once again, that's at it's at loveguru.net/alien101. If this is calling to you, then I welcome you aboard. Bye-bye.